Hi everybody, Adrienne here and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Makeup Revolution haul, Tam Beauty / Freedom, whatever you want to call the whole sister company. The website, everything did come from Tam Beauty except from a couple of products that I did snatch from Ulta that are Makeup Revolution, but I will start off with the first stuff that I got from Freedom Cosmetics because I've never ordered anything from them, and the first thing that I did get was this Pro Contour Stick in the shade Dark. Comes in a box that looks like this, so that's pretty nice packaging to protect it. And this is what the shades look like. I don't know if you can see. This is the darkest shade here. I will swatch a little bit on the back of my hand so you can see. And my hands are dry, but I didn't want to put lotion on them and then start swatching stuff and get moisturizer mixed in with my products. So sorry for the ashy knuckles. And this is the highlighting shade, the light part of that contouring stick. So I'm hoping that this product works out pretty good for me. And this contouring stick was $8.99. So I can't wait to get a chance to use that. I'm going to set it over to the side so I don't get it mixed up with all my other stuff. And the next thing that I ordered came in this box here. It's a Pro Contour Kit. And it's got the colors on the back, but this is what the packaging looks like on the outside, and I'm going to go ahead and open that up so you can see the colors. It's got a nice sized little mirror in there for the contour, and these are what the shades look like. I think this is going to be a pretty nice contouring color. Looks like it has a little bit of red in that brown, so it will look good around the forehead, kind of do a little bit of bronzing and not just that dark taupe type contouring. And this I'm not sure. I may be able to use as an all-over powder on the face, but I'm excited to have this to try. So this contouring kit was $6.30. The next product that I got was the Pro Camouflage Paste, and it is in the shade CF05, and this is what the shade looks like. I'm going to put my hand back here so you guys can see. The reason why I got this camouflage paste is because my eyeshadow primers have been working good at stopping the creasing, but sometimes I want my whole eyelid one neutral color so that the actual eyeshadow pigment picks up and not my undertones. So I'm hoping that this paste will work for me. A lot of the shades that need to get my eyelid neutral tend to crease more on me, so I'll have to see how that works out. And I got my first Freedom eyeshadow palette, and this is the Pro 12 Secret Rose palette. Let me try to get this open so you can see the actual colors. It feels like I'm going to break my nail. Tried to get it open earlier, and I'm missing tape, that's why. You peel this tape off. Okay, this is what that palette looks like. It comes with a sponge tip applicator. After looking at this palette and these shades, I'm not quite sure they are going to be the best for me. I don't know if I'm going to use it or decide to give it as a gift during the holiday seasons, but this Pro 12 Secret Rose palette cost me, I'm looking down at my cheat sheet here because I wrote everything down, it was $5.39 for this palette, so that was really reasonable. And the second Freedom eyeshadow palette that I got, I'd been wanting this palette for a long time and just hadn't ordered it, and it came in a pretty rose gold box like this, and it's the Freedom Tonight Pro Decadence palette, and it has, I'm not sure how many shades this has in it actually. Let me look at my cheat sheet for that. It's 20 shades. It's got that huge mirror, and I love these mirrors. It doesn't have the slip with the names on it though. It does have the sponge tip applicator, and I'm going to go ahead and set that down. But it's got quite a few nice shades in here, and the thing about this palette that I really like is these purples right here. I think those are going to look awesome on me. And also everything seems to be cohesive and makes sense the way the palette's laid out. This looks like you could do a really good smoky eye right here with these colors and a nice neutral look, and you can add pops of shimmer with them if you want to. So I think that this palette's going to work out nice. I'm curious to see what kind of looks I can create out of that, but that is the Freedom Pro Decadence palette, Tonight, and that palette cost me $5.39 also, which is crazy because that 12 pan palette, the rose one, cost the same amount. And I've been eyeballing these Freedom Pro Artist lip palettes for a while, wanting them. I wanted some shades, and I'm going to go ahead and open it up, the compact. It comes in a box like this, but I went ahead and took it out of the box. But this packaging is nice also. that you can see through it and the colors that you're looking at. These are shades that I never would have bought the actual stick on their own, so it's nice to have them in the pan to use. I'm not going to be, normally I wouldn't buy pans of this unless I was doing makeup, when I used to actually do makeup for proms and weddings and things like that. But I wanted this for myself because my makeup drawer is starting to get pretty full of tubes of lipstick, and a lot of that stuff's not stuff that I would use on a regular basis, so I'd rather have it in a palette so it takes up less space and it's easier to see what I have. I don't want to open up a tube of lipstick every time I want a pop of color, and I can't remember everything once I buy it and shove it in the drawer. So this way I can also mix and match colors, because it looks like I got a black here and a lot of other darker colors. I was wanting to change the shades of some of the stick lipsticks that I already have, and I saw the Anastasia Beverly Hills, that artist palette that they had for lip shades, but I think that thing's like $50 or something like that. Whatever it was too pricey for what I wanted to use it for. So when I saw this and that it had greens and some of the other pops of color in here, I went ahead and got this palette. And let me look down at my cheat sheet and I'll let you know how much I paid for it. It was $8.99. And I am just on a roll with the neutral lip colors. As you can see, I'm wearing a neutral lip color now. So I got the Naked palette. They have a neutral palette also. And this is what those shades look like. I don't think I've said how many come in the pan. It's 24 colors in each of these pans. So for $8.99 to have this variety of shades in these different ranges for $8.99, I mean, I just am astounded, and I can't wait to see what the quality is like. From some of the reviews that I saw on the Makeup Revolution website, a lot of the people said that they do dry down matte, so I'm hoping that I can get a matte to creamy look. I don't want real glossy, but these toffee looking shades look pretty interesting. I mean, it's just every range of nude. I can do so much with this palette, and when you get all the different color lip liners, I mean, you got endless possibilities with these palettes, altering things even with the lip liner. So $8.99 for that palette, and that was all the products that I got from Freedom. The next ones actually came from Tam Beauty, and one of the first things that I got was this gorgeous palette right here, and this is the Chocolate Rose Gold palette. It came in a box that looks like this, and on the back of it, it's got the color swatches, but the packaging is just beautiful. I love this rose gold. First of all, I love all of their chocolate bar palettes because they look like a bar of chocolates, and the packaging is so durable. It does come with this little handout here that has the names on it, and it's got the nice big mirror in it also. But these shades are absolutely gorgeous, and you got your sponge tip applicator also. I hadn't purchased the Huda Beauty palette because I just, you know, once you start getting around the $50 product range for me, I start really assessing whether or not I want to purchase a product. And I think the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette was like $65 or something like that, so I never did get it. And then I heard that Makeup Revolution, or Tam Beauty was coming out with this palette, and I actually saw it and I could not wait to order it. So these shades are just absolutely beautiful. I won't be able to compare them to the Huda Beauty palette because I don't have that palette, but I will be doing a full review of this palette if I get swatches done of this palette before I upload this haul. I will go ahead and pop them out to the side, but this palette costs, and I got to look down at it because it was $16.15. I think it was about $1 more than what the chocolate bar palettes usually cost, and I'm thinking it's because of the packaging, but I will gladly pay $1 more for this packaging because this is absolutely beautiful. So I can't wait to do the review on that. And I also picked up another chocolate bar palette, and this came in a box also that looks like this, and it's got the color swatches on the back, and this is the Chocolate and Peaches palette. I wasn't going to get this palette at first because I have the Too Faced chocolate bar palette, and I haven't done the review of that yet. Pretty soon I'll be doing the review of all these peach palettes and telling you what I think about it, but I had to have this palette in order to be able to finish that one. And it looks just like the other chocolate bar palettes with the nice mirror and the handout insert with the names on it. And it also has your sponge tip applicator in it. And these colors are gorgeous, and they do look a lot like the peach palette. We'll see once I get to working with it how similar they actually are. But of course I will do a full review of this palette. And I can smell these palettes, they have that faint vanilla chocolate smell to them. When they're brand new, you don't notice the smell quite as much as once you get to using them in the pan. So I can't wait to do that review for you guys. But yes, this palette costs, let me look down at my cheat sheet. That one was $14.35. I also picked up, and I haven't taken it out of the box yet, the Golden Chocolate Bar palette, eyeshadow palette. This one didn't come in this order. I got this a couple months ago from Ulta. They actually had it at the checkout register. I've just played with it a couple times, but I hadn't hauled it in, so I thought I would haul it in for you. And it's got another beautiful dripping gold chocolate off the front of it. This is such an awesome fall palette. I've gotten to wear it a couple times, but I haven't got to review it for you guys. This is what this palette looks like on the inside in beautiful fall rust colors. I can't remember if I paid $15.35 for it like I did the rose gold palette, but there's going to be a full review coming up of this palette, and it is absolutely beautiful. This is one you're not going to want to sleep on for the fall either. The next eyeshadow palette that I got, I had been debating for 6 months whether I really wanted this eyeshadow palette or not. It is the Unicorn Love palette, and it came in a box that looks like this also. The Unicorn Love palette has like some little fuzzy packaging on it. It's cute to look at. It's a little too cheesy cute for me at my age, but you know, whatever. It's cute packaging. It's fuzzy. I don't know that I really care for the fuzzy packaging. Seems like it would get dirty easily, but the palette looks just like the other chocolate bar palettes once you open it up, and it's got the card in it with the names, and it's got the applicator, and it smells like the chocolate bar palettes also. The reason why I wanted this palette so bad, and I will use this to point to the shades, is some of the Makeup Revolution Tan Beauty palettes, the neutral shades that you would use for your transition, like this one here, some of them tend to be taupe, and taupe doesn't work real well with my skin tone. It tends to muddy and not look very good. So I wanted this because these brown shades here look like they would be good transition shades for me. And actually every shade in this palette looks like something I would use. And this gold shade right here is absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to play with that gold. And you got two different golds over here that are different tones, and it just looked like an overall really pretty palette to work with. I think it's going to look better on than what it does in the palette, but I can't wait to do the review of this palette. So the next couple things that I got, oh, I guess I should tell you what I paid for that. I paid $14.35 for that one. And the next two products that I got were bronzers. They're the Triple Baked bronzers, and I just cannot get over how beautiful this packaging is. And this one is the packaging for the Triple Baked Hot Summer of Love, and this is so cool looking to me with the different tones and shades. I am going to go ahead and swatch each one of these because they look so different. You can mix them together or wear them separately, and I'm going to put them next to the other swatches. They are totally different. They can almost be used as a shadow shade also. They're so gorgeous and shimmery. I'm not typically into too much of the strobing products, but these products I like a lot because when it's blended together, it can give a coppery look, and it works as a good blush topper. It's not that I don't like to be a little highlighted. It's just I feel like the strobe at my age highlights and accentuates the fine lines and things around my eyes that I'm trying to cover up. So I like things that are more skin tone and natural, like actual color, and not just a gold or a silver type highlight. So this definitely will give it, because that copper tone right there is really pretty. And I'm going to see if I can't mix all this together on my hands and give you guys an idea of what this looks like mixed together. I don't think it's going to show up well. Maybe if I show you my fingertips, I don't know. But that looks like it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. And let me look at my cheat sheet. That bronzer was $8.96, and I also picked up the Summer of Love bronzer, and it's kind of cool looking also. I think I'm going to be running out of hand to swatch stuff on. I'm not really sure what this is going to look like once I start working with the product, because I don't know if you can see like right around the little edges here, the gold flecks underneath the bronze. I don't know. I'm going to swatch it on the other hand to see if I can't pick up some of the colors so you guys can see what that's going to look like. Oh, that's really, gosh, I don't know how to describe it. Almost peachy looking. the color. So I can't wait to use that as a blush topper. I am happy to see that they are totally different in appearance and not the same shade once you blend them together. But yes, that is the Summer of Love Triple Bake Bronzer. And I think that's all I got from Tam Beauty. Now getting into the Makeup Revolution products that I purchased, and I got to look at my cheat sheet so I say all this in order. I went ahead and picked up the Terra-co baking powder. I forgot to pull my banana powder out. I got that a few months ago also, even though I didn't mention it, and I love that banana powder. So I thought I would get the Terra-co powder. After I ordered it a day or two later, I went to Ulta and I was looking around and I saw this already there at Ulta and realized this is probably going to be entirely too dark for my skin tone. It almost looks like it would work well as a powder that would warm up a foundation that was maybe too ash on my skin. Maybe it'll bring some warmth to the skin. Or if I have another banana powder or some other powder that's chalky, maybe to mix this with. But this baking powder was $8.99, so that's the Terra-co baking powder. And the next product I got was the Radiant, the Gradient Highlighter in Sunlit Moonlights. And I'm going to open this up so you're not getting a glare. I love peachy tones. I really like that to warm up the cheeks. I don't know if this is coming in. When I look in the monitor, I'm seeing a glare, so I hope you're seeing the color gradient, how it's darker over here and then it goes to light once you get over here. But this should be interesting. I am going to go ahead and swatch the darkest part because I'm curious to see if at least that part's going to work for me. And oh, that's pretty light peach, so I'm not really sure, but it will be a cheekbone highlight, so I can't wait to try that out on my face and see how it looks. But that gradient highlighter was $7.18, so I think that's a really pretty color for a highlight and blush topper, like I said. And I'm typically not a big fan of cream or powder contour palettes. The thing about palettes is I like to work with them when I'm doing makeup professionally on other people, but to have it for myself, I feel like I'm going to waste a lot of product because most of the shades in a palette don't work for me. Maybe 2 or 3 of them do, and then I feel guilty about all the rest of the product that I know I'm never going to use. But I wanted this palette in particular because I'm going to go ahead and open it up so you don't get a glare and you can see the actual colors. It looked like it had every shade range of a dark shade, and I really wanted it for this orange here as an orange corrector, so I could stick my kabuki brush in it and go around my mouth and different areas right in here that I felt like I wanted color corrected and get it done quickly. So I basically bought it for that orange shade, and I was curious about what these other cream contour products would be like. So these shades here look like they would be great for highlighting, cream highlighting on the forehead and down the T-zone. So I went ahead and got this palette, even though I typically don't care to have a whole palette. It looked like cohesively this could work for me, pretty much the entire palette. I could find something to do with it. And this palette cost me $8.99, so that was really a reasonable deal. And it did come in this nice packaging, so that, you know, none of it got scratched. So I do appreciate having stuff in the nice boxes, and this case seems pretty durable, so I can't wait to start using it. And the next product that I got pretty much is why I made the entire order, and it was for the Soph palette. I think this packaging is absolutely beautiful. I love this beige to cream colors. I don't know what, I even see some green flecks in this box. It's so gorgeous with the rose gold writing on it. It's got the color palette on the back, so that's really nice how they did this packaging. But the outer packaging of this palette, I just love it. I love this beige color. I think it's so classy and elegant looking with the rose gold on the front. Gosh, I got a hair in my eyelash and it's driving me nuts. It is like all the other bigger Makeup Revolution palettes with the nice size mirror in it. And look at those colors. These are absolutely gorgeous. I got to look at my cheat sheet. I think it's 24 shades, but I want to make sure I'm right. Yes, it is a 24 pan palette. It is the eye look that I'm wearing today. I did create out of this palette, and I do have a video that I will be uploading. I'm not sure if that video will be uploaded first or after the product haul, but all I did outside of the video was I did add a little bit of this black color here, which is called Nightmare. I added a little bit of that to my outer V, but This palette is absolutely gorgeous, and I think it will work for almost any skin tone. I cannot wait to get in it and play and do more looks. I know I've already recorded, because I recorded a get ready with me before I start filming this video of this look, but there's going to be so many looks I'm going to do with this palette. My goal is to find use for every shade in this palette. So if you think that this palette is for you, you're going to want to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you know when I'm uploading, because I'm going to be in this palette quite a few times. But I cannot wait to play with this, and I paid a flat rate of $15 for that palette, so it was really reasonable for 24 gorgeous shades like that. And it's got so many awesome fall colors in it, and berries, and just matte neutral type tones. I have fallen in love with that palette, but you'll have to see the review to see what I think of the formulation and working with that palette. And the next product I picked up, I spent $8.99 on, and let me make sure I got it turned the right way. It is the Solid Brush Cleaner. I'm going to open it up so you can see what the actual product looks like. Not really sure what to think about this, but I will make a video of how this cleans the brushes. It smells pretty good. It reminds me of like an artificial rose scent, but it looks like a little bit of that'll go a long way. So I'm always looking for something to clean my brushes and make it easier, because I don't like cleaning brushes, but it's gross when you're doing get ready with me looks and you've got nasty brushes. So I'm trying to get better about that for you guys. And the next products that I ordered was not a brand new product for me, but actually a replacement. And I never talked about this on my channel because I got it and I used it so much before I ever talked about it. But this is the Chauffeur lipstick, and I think this is just absolutely gorgeous, and it smells so good. I don't even know what to say this lipstick smells like, but I love the smell of this lipstick, and I just love the rose gold packaging. I think it's supposed to be like a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury packaging, but I love this color, and I think Chauffeur is one of their top selling shades. I know that every time I try to go to Ulta and pick it up, I can never get it because somebody is taken, and I took the wrap off of it. It's got like the shrink wrap on the outside of it to keep people out of it, but there's always like maybe one or two left, and the whole one or two are always open, and somebody's always swatching them on their hands, so I thought I would go ahead and order that. But that lipstick was $5.39, and the next product I got was the Beauty Blender, the Makeup Revolution Beauty Blender. I am trying to get better about trying different beauty blenders. The only one that I've ever worked with so far is the Real Technique one, and I have two of them, and each one of them is just a little bit different, but I don't remember the Real Techniques being quite this small, so I'm curious to see how big this is going to swell up once I get it wet. But I like this edge here, this fine edge. I'm feeling like I'd be able to get in here pretty close if I wanted to put powder on it for baking underneath the eye. I have started doing that, even though I typically don't with most concealers. I find that for some reason with the Makeup Revolution banana powder, I can bake with it and it doesn't crease and look bad with my fine lines. So I wanted this for that specific purpose. I'm sorry. I don't know if I will blend foundation with it or not, because I hate to get this stained with my dark foundation. I may use it just for baking. So that was $10.76. The last product that I got, I actually picked it up at Ulta. It is the Give Them Darkness palette. When I was making the Makeup Revolution order on the Tam Beauty website, I actually talked myself out of getting this palette, and I said, no, 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 you don't need it. It's got the color swatches on the back like some of the other boxes, and it comes in the shiny lacquer case, and it's got the good size mirror in it also, and your sponge tip applicator like they typically do, but these are the colors. And I had talked myself out of getting this palette and said, no, you don't need it. But then once I walked by the display at Ulta and they had it there and I was walking by it, I went ahead and put it in the cart. So this palette I got for $10.78 at Ulta, but it is on the Tam Beauty Makeup Revolution website, so wherever you want to get it, I picked that up. But I think I'm looking around at the table. That's everything that I got in that haul. Not as if that isn't enough, but I'm so excited to be sharing all these products with you guys. If there is a palette that you want to see reviewed sooner than later, please leave comments below. I do plan to get to mostly all these eyeshadow palettes. Like I said, that one from Freedom, I'm not so sure that that's going to look so good on my skin tone, so I may end up gifting that during the holiday season to someone who's a little fairer complected than me. But like I said, I would like to make the videos in the order that you would like them first, so please give me an idea of what you'd like to see. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. You'll also want to hit that notification bell next to the subscribe button so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you for watching and have a great day.